So IDI, they're hosting this accessible adventure tourism conference.
But it looks like Nepal government wants to ban the accessible tourism. They're banning me. That means it's banning accessible tourism.
But you're not going to let that stop you, right?
No, it's not.
Because you're not getting stopped by the lack of legs. You just keep on walking.
Yeah, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. It's all in your mind. So IDI conference on adventure tourism, accessible adventure tourism.
Yes, that's in Pokhara. That's at Shangri-La Hotel.
Okay.
It's from 29th to 31st of March.
And people can meet you at this conference.
Yes, they can meet me. I'm one of the keynote speakers.
They made you a keynote speaker?
Yes.
They didn't make me a keynote speaker. What the heck is this? So basically, the minute that you leave Pokhara, you're going to fly to Lukla to climb Everest. So you're going to be at the conference one day, and then you're going to be on Everest the next day climbing. Yeah. Folks, this here is Hari Budamagar, my very good friend and future Everest summiteer. My name is Michael Kobold. I climbed Mount Everest twice in 2009 and 10. I'm a Nepal tourism ambassador, and I'm very happy to promote the IDI conference on accessible tourism.
It's my pleasure to promote accessible tourism in Nepal, which is in my country.
In 2015, visually impaired Italian national Mr. Marco Oliveri successfully completed the Trek of Annapurna circuit. The trek was organized by Four Seasons Travel and Tours. Encouraged by the success of the trek, 10 days long trip which included short treks to pristine sites within Nepal was organized in September 2016 for a group of 23 Americans by the International Development Institute in collaboration with Four Seasons Tours and Travels, Sorway Foundation, Operation Namaste, and Nepal Tourism Board. The trip was also supported by US Embassy in Nepal. Nepal, the birthplace of Lord Gautam Buddha, is not just famous for Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, but also for the cultural and heritage site that dates back to hundreds and thousands of years. With 8 out of 10 tallest mountains in the world, Nepal is still unknown to many travel and nature enthusiasts who would love to experience a small country somewhere lost between the global superpowers, China and India. Nepal is also termed as the mystic and virgin land, the Shangri-La. According to a survey, 13% of the American population are disabled, and like every other human being, they also have a dream to travel across the world. In fact, millions of dollars are spent by the Americans annually to travel and visit different destinations across the world. The Wounded Heroes program has proved that Nepal could offer an adventurous as well as satisfying experience for the disabled travelers. Program Wounded Heroes was able to garner a lifetime experience for the 23 young Americans, some of who had suffered with spinal cord injury, amputee prosthetic, and PTSD. They were initially acclimatized with short treks in the outskirts of the capital city Kathmandu itself to give them a preview of their trek program, and soon after their trek started from a beautiful hilly city called Pokhara to a place called Punhil. The travel that helped them give a different perspective to life was topped up with emotionally enchanting experiences that they had with interactions at the hospitals and rendezvous with the US ambassador to Nepal and also the president of Nepal. St. Augustine once said, "The world is a book and those who do not travel read only a page." Nepal is a page that one must read at least once in a lifetime. Does not matter who you are or where you're from. Programs like the Wounded Heroes have proved that anyone and everyone can come and experience this mystic land. All it takes is not your physical abilities, but the inner will and the desire to explore and discover what the world has to offer, what the land at the highest peak in the world, Nepal, has to offer.
Hello, my name is Scott DeLisi, and as a former U.S. Ambassador to Nepal, I'm delighted to be returning to one of my favorite countries on the planet to attend the International Conference on Accessible Adventure in Pokhara, March 29th through 31st. We have an opportunity to truly make Nepal the byword for accessible adventure, for accessible tourism, to encourage people who have physical disabilities or who may be a bit older and a bit slower but who still want to experience the world to come to Nepal, because Nepal does have something for everyone and it can be a center for accessible adventure, and that's what we hope to build in the days ahead. I hope that you'll join us in Pokhara as we seek to kickstart accessible adventure tourism in Nepal, and as we seek to empower those in Nepal who have their own physical challenges and to give them the opportunity to equally be part of building the future of your wonderful country. I look forward to seeing you there. I hope that you'll join us. It's going to be a great event. Thank you.